Hi guys, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Lulame and this is just a channel where I talk about natural hair, thrifting and health in general. Okay, so today's topic is going to be on the KonMari method. So there's a couple of things I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to talk about what the KonMari method is, why I decided to try it out, and what my learning experience has been so far. Okay, so as you know, I'm interested in all things to do with health, and I think part of being healthy is also looking after your mental health, not just your physical health. And I got to a stage where I had a lot of clutter, okay, because I love to thrift and, you know, just collecting little things that I like here and there. And I was starting to get to a point where I was getting overwhelmed with all the stuff in the house and it was always really messy. And sometimes I'd be even embarrassed to let friends come over unless I did a massive clean. I know you guys just see a small section of my house, but believe me, I've got a lot of stuff. And so I started researching some of the things I can do to declutter. And I came across a Japanese author. Her name is Marie Kondo, and she wrote a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, which sounded really cute and I don't know, yeah, it sounded cute and it was an easy read. So I got the book, I downloaded it on my Kindle and I read the book. And her whole idea is that people are constantly overwhelmed because they don't know how to tidy properly. And so you might have had a situation where you've decided you're going to spring clean, yeah? You're spring cleaning even though it's winter and you're just like, oh man, got to get rid of some stuff. And before too long, you find your house is a mess again, right? Story of my life, hello. So her method is a little bit radical. She suggests that it's not a good idea to clean your house room by room or to declutter room by room because a lot of us have things spread out in the house, so you might not just keep your clothes in one specific place. Can I get a witness? Yeah. Yeah, you got clothes in the laundry area, the floor, in another random room. So if all your stuff is in different places, like similar things sometimes don't live together. So what she suggests is that you separate things into categories. So you start off with your clothes, right? And you go through your whole house, look for all your clothes, find them, put them all in one space, right? So just, what I did was pretty drastic, and I did this over the Easter break. It was epic, and it was exhausting, but I got all my clothes, dumped them on the floor, and she says you have to go through each and every one of your items and hold them and ask yourself the question, does this spark joy? And if the answer is no, you need to be able to release it. It was very freeing and very liberating because I had some clothes that I hadn't worn in 2 years, maybe even longer. And I don't know why I was hanging on to them. Maybe this idea that, oh, I paid a lot of money for it, so I can't just chuck it out. Yeah, it was an emotional process. So you go through your clothes and then you would go through your she calls it kimono, just random little things, your toiletries. You product junkies. You know yourselves. The people who've got like 10 bottles of shampoo and none of them have been finished, and each time there's a new fad, you want to try it out. I'm very guilty of that. So I had a lot of makeup products, hair potions, things that I had from, no joke, 4 years ago. I had a bottle of Sorbeline that I don't know, I went through a phase where I thought it was a good idea to use sorbolene as a body wash. Don't ask me questions, okay? It was there. And I'd only used it a few times, so I just got rid of all that stuff. Those books that you had to pay hundreds of dollars for that one assignment, that one paragraph that you used it, and you can't bring yourself to get rid of them. I know. Little handouts from workshops that I've attended, all this crap that basically takes up space in your life. Envelopes with official looking documents that you'll never use in your life. Socks with no partners. Poor socks. Poor little socks. I had so many socks, no partners, so random. And I never wanted to throw them away because I was like, oh, well, maybe one day I'll find the other sock. Newsflash, I've never found the other sock. I don't know where the other socks go to. Maybe they're eloped together, but they're gone. Okay, let it go. I had to let it go. Keys from houses that I no longer live in. All right, so just and I don't even know where the key is from. You know, does anyone here have keys that they just have, and you cannot for the life of you figure out where they're from? They're just random keys that just hang around. Bolts, chargers for appliances that I don't even know exist anymore. Just random stuff. Okay, so it was epic. I cleared out a whole heap of stuff. And just a couple of things that I learned whilst I was doing this. And I'm going to get serious with you just for a little bit. Because when I actually had to go through with this, it was such an emotional process. And like I said, there's certain things that we feel really bad about getting rid of because they might hold sentimental value, or maybe you paid a lot of money for it, an impulse purchase, and you thought it was a really good idea at the time. Yeah, the shopping assistant was lovely, and she said, oh, it looks fabulous on you, and if you get that, you'll get a free accessory, and you went and you bought it, and never wore it, or every time you wear it, you regret it. So I had a garage sale. Actually, I had 2 garage sales that were wildly unsuccessful. I learned that people can be extremely cheap. Yeah, I thought I was bad, but these guys, hey, they didn't even take the cookie. They take the meatloaf. They take the wedding cake. Okay, people are so cheap. And because I love bargains, I thought I'd pay it forward and mark all my clothes pretty reasonably, you know, like leather jackets that I had that I could no longer fit into or wasn't going to wear anymore. You know, price them so reasonably. $10 for a leather jacket is pretty decent if you ask me. And I had people coming and trying to bargain me down to $2.50 for a $200 leather jacket. And then, okay, so the 2 garage sales were wildly unsuccessful. And then I thought maybe I'll go to where a lot of people congregate for bargains, a swap meet. I don't know if other countries have them, but it's basically a massive flea market where people just take their stuff to go and sell. And I spent about 10 hours preparing signs and labeling everything. You guys, I had a really cute sign with all the prices of the stuff, and then at the bottom I wrote free hugs, heart, smiley face. You know, I thought that was cute, and like I had good intentions. I had goodwill. The goodwill was not reciprocated by the people at the swap meet. We made $20. $20. And at first I was really angry, but then when I left, I was really, really humbled because I thought of how people love to just get cheap things. I love a bargain, but most of the times I get those bargains from op shops. But sometimes you go to places where things are just incredibly cheap, those big chain stores, and I always think how much of a profit is Kmart making? right? So if they're selling a top for $3 and they're making a profit, who is on the other end of that supply chain? You know, so often we forget that there are human beings on the other end who are making those tops that are being sold for $3. And even though we're not paying, we're getting a bargain, and Kmart is getting their money, someone still has to pay a price. And usually it's people in sweatshops. I realized that $20 for 10 hours worth of work, that would be someone's dream who's working at a sweatshop. They couldn't dream of making such money. And so it was a really, I did a lot of self-reflection afterwards, and I've decided I'm going to live a much simpler life and only buy things that I absolutely love. And unless I get it from a thrift shop or an op shop, some sort of thing like that, if I actually get it from a proper shop, I'll be more inclined to pay a little bit more money for better quality things that'll last, and things that I know have been made ethically. Alright, so ending it on that serious note, I know that this video has gone for so long. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, and I guess, yeah, hopefully inspire some of you guys to have more by buying less. Free yourself from stuff, and yeah, I think it'll make a huge difference in your life. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you so much for watching this video.